Anybody about G0BIR? Golf 0 Bravo India Romeo?
M6IQE, is that you, Anne?
Yeah, it is. How are you doing, Dave?
Yeah, alright, nice to see you. I thought I heard you on earlier, I thought, where's that Anne? But I couldn't get to the rig, well, I couldn't get into the room. But yeah, how's things, okay?
No, not really. What's your call again, Dave?
Oh, Mike 6, India, Quebec, Echo, M6IQE. I'm from Stoke-on-Trent.
Oh, I know who you are. I've been listening ages. You're quite a good signal tonight. Usually you're not too strong, but you're cracking signal this evening.
Yeah, thank you, Anne. Well, I've open circuit. I've opened the rhombic, but we won't go into that. The loop, the feed point. And I've been told that if I do that, the RF is in the right position, in the right full length, Anyway, there you go. But I was working all day yesterday, double shift, and I've been off today and went on the motorbike, but I'm a bit tired. But I'm working tomorrow in Wolverhampton, in Seedham area.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All right. Oh well, Fred's not very well. He's in hospital for a couple of days, but hopefully he'll be home tomorrow.
Oh no, I didn't know about that. No, I didn't know about that. I haven't been listening, but I haven't been on here. But he's all's well then. He's coming out there, I know.
Well, hopefully. No, nobody else knows. I've only told local people. I just thought I'd come on and say to people, one or two if they were on, but I'm not going to stay on too late because I've only had about 4 hours in about 36 hours, so I think I need to sleep.
Yeah. Have you had any sleep? Have you had anything to eat, Anne?
Oh yeah, I've been eating okay, no problem, and Fred's well on the mend. So he had an infection, and it just got worse over a couple of days, and then he had to be rushed into hospital because they said that he was septic. Well, I don't know what the word is. I'll have to look it up.
Not septic. Is he sepsis, so
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It's information. Well, it's in your blood there, but So anyway, he's got the antibiotics in there now. I take it, and I take it he's okay reacting with it,
Yeah, well, it was in his waterworks that was a problem. Here, my dog's playing me up now.
He's having a say, Anne.
Now he wants another biscuit. I have to feed him away from the big dog because the big dog takes the biscuits off him.
Oh, it's a bit like Tony, that, but anyway, good. Well, I'm obviously hoping that he gets out, and the quicker he comes out of there, the better, really. So he can kind of sort his waterworks out as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I think they've sorted it anyway. So he's happy now. A bit different to what he was this time last night.
Yeah. Is the big dog there then? Or is he out and about? Is he in the yard or is he in the house,
Oh, she's in the house at the moment. She's allowed in at feed time for a couple of hours, and then I go and take her for a walk, and then she stays outside until, you know, feed time tomorrow sort of thing. So she's an outside dog, but she just allowed in for a couple of hours when she's being fed.
Yeah. Well, that's right. So, anyway, have you got the fire in? Is the fire in, over?
We don't need a fire down here. It's still 20 degrees down here.
Blimey. It's good then. Well, no, I thought you were in. Are you in Wolverhampton or Birmingham?
We're nowhere near either of them, really. We're south. We're Bromsgrove, just north of Worcester.
Oh, yeah, Worcester. Yeah, okay. Well, it's close enough, that is. You kind of, Bromsgrove, it's like, Tamworth, isn't it? On that way, you know, a bit further down. The dog's playing you up, is he?
Yeah, the reason the dog with Litland was playing up was because I'd left the dog biscuits on the floor, and the big dog was eating them out of the packet, and he wasn't getting any.
yeah, I can hear him in the background. He's yapping a bit, and he wants his share.
Yeah, I've got some more anyway, but I just put it down on the floor, and when I was making me coffee, and I forgot, and that's why he came in, barking to tell me what she was up to. Yeah, I can imagine that. Well, I can picture it anyway, and he wants his things instead of having second base, isn't it, like? But yeah, well, anyway, today I went in the backyard here, and I thought I better cut the lawn. So I've cut the lawn, and then weeded the front and the drive, and I tell you what, I got in and jumped in the bath, and I'm really aching, and all I've done is just cut the lawn. I think it's gone a bit cooler. It's definitely gone cooler. I know. Yeah, it's about 16 degrees at the moment, I think, but that's not cold here, really. Anyway, it looks like I've got to go off and sort these dogs off, because we've been away from the house. The Litland, he's been in the house locked in, but he's ever so good. And I've only been here about 2 hours in 36 hours, so and I've had a friend come in and look after him. But he's terrible when he hasn't seen me. He's very clingy.
Well, yeah, well, you can imagine. Well, you know what I mean? It's normal, isn't it? I mean, there's always one what's a bit on the clingy and wanted you 100%. I mean, my mate up here, he's got one of those lassie dogs, and he tries nipping to kind of stop him to press the microphone, and he gets a bit jealous, like, and he like nudges him, try to because he's been ignored. Right, okay, Anne, I'll let you crack on so you can give the kind of the dogs and a bit more attention there. But with him seeing you not a few days, like he wants he wants a bit of love and tender there. Anne, go ahead.
You mean the dog or Fred?
Well, both. No, I mean the dog.
Okay. All right then, Dave. Nice chatting to you, and I may come on in a bit, and if anybody else comes on, I'm not sure what days. I know they all come on at different times now. Anyway, all the best, and anybody else that's listening, this is G0BIR.
Okay, and all the best. I'll probably be listening anyway, off and on tonight, and so I'm working in the morning, well, working tomorrow afternoon, early afternoon, really. Okay, all the best, and send me regards to him, and ask, say like hello, like, and thoughts with him there. M6 Ackley. Bye for now.
Yeah, ta-ra, Dave.
Yes, right up.
Hello, Eric.
Hello. Hello. No, that's surprised you can hear me. How are you?
I'm alright, thank you. How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you. Yes, okay. Very quiet on 33 these days, isn't it?
Yeah, have you got some radio in the background, or is somebody playing radio?
Might be television. Oh yeah, I can hear the television going in the lounge. Let me shut a few of the doors up. Right, I'm back. Oh, funny. Hang on. That's right. Phone's on the floor. Right. I'll shut a few doors up and... Yeah, so here we are. We're still at it, but not doing very much, And is Fred okay?
No, he's not. He's in hospital, Eric.
In hospital?
Yeah, he had like a urine infection last Friday, Saturday, and he went and had some antibiotics, but they didn't work, and he got worse, and I had to call out treble one yesterday, early evening, well, tea time-ish, and they whisked him away. They were quite worried about him.
Really bloody ill it does, urine infection. I used to get a series of those. About once every year I would get it. And fortunately, there was one antibiotic I used to take which I knew would do the job. And after about one tablet, it was sorted out. One or two and I've had it about probably half a dozen times, and once every year sort of thing. And the old doctor used to say, oh, you need to go on and I was once on a cruise, and I was up near St. Petersburg in Russia, and I was in trouble. And I thought, well, it's perfectly okay, but I got this urine infection. I felt bloody awful. And I went to the doctor on the ship, P&O ship, and I said, look, I've got a problem. I said, I know this drug I need. I said, could you prescribe it for me? And he didn't like it, He thought I was being a bit sort of over the top knowing what he should have diagnosed. Anyhow, he prescribed these tablets and it cleared the problem, thank goodness, very quickly. As an antibiotic, which you had to take for whatever, a week or so. But that is pretty awful. And so I can understand. I hope they sort him out okay. Yeah, not very nice, that's not. Is it his first time, man?
No, he had about 4 years ago, before COVID, he was in hospital for about 4 days with it. It gets really bad, and anyway, he's on the mend. He's looking better today, and but I thought I'd come on and tell the guys and tell him that he's thinking about everybody, and but yesterday he wasn't in a very good place at all, Eric.
I know. It can make, you'd think it was quite a minor thing, but it damn well isn't minor, and it happens, of course, with older fellas anyhow, and maybe women, I don't know, but it really makes you feel very ill, and you lose interest in almost everything, I can tell you that. So I wish him well, and he gets sorted. I hope. And, we've all had these sort of problems, damn awful problems. And of course, tell her to drink more beer, Anne, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, to sort it, he had to have intravenous for the antibiotic in the end, and he had about 2 lots of intravenous within about 2 or 3 hours last night, which was they were looking after him quite well at Redditch, so he can't praise them up enough by looking after him. But he didn't get a bed in the hospital until about 11 o'clock this morning. But anyway, since he's been in there, they've sorted a few other things out. But I'll let him tell you the other bits and pieces, because I don't think he'd appreciate me telling you the rest.
I know all about it. Tell you why. I'll tell you what the biggest embarrassment is. When you're in hospital, you're on that intravenous, of course, flushing you through, and you've got that sort of tripod stand, like a coat hanger, right next door to your bed, with those bottles of transparent liquid pumping into you, hanging on the frame, and then you want to go to the toilet, you kind of drag all that to the toilet, right?
Yeah, that's right, Eric, yeah. He was having a bit of a problem, but... Anyway, we can laugh about it now, but it wasn't very funny last night, because that was the worst I'd seen him for. The last time I saw him that bad was when he had his heart attack.
Yeah, it really does make you feel ill, like I know. Especially as it goes on for any length of time, it drags you right down. Yeah. Anyhow, that's sort him. They're very clued up to it all, I think. Thank goodness. Yeah. So, the bands are still hopeless, aren't they? Still pretty dead, right?
Yeah, I was on 17 yesterday and the day before, and the signals were very marginal. You know, it was up and down. There's a lot of QSB on the free, because I worked a few stations and countries, but even then, you know, the signals aren't really stable at all, are they?
No, and some come in very strong, but I noticed on 15, the Far East comes in very strong in the afternoon, does it? That Jakarta station, S9 plus about 20 every day, and some of the stations around that area, but it's not good. It's not really good. 10 meters I didn't find very good. That's been pretty well useless for about a week or so. It does open up. I noticed one night last week, States come belting in on 15, and I had quite a few contacts straight to the States, really strong, you know. But I haven't done much, you know, on HF, you know. Today, my daughter came, one of my daughters, my youngest daughter, that lives in Southsea, came across Monday with her dog, and with the intention of staying a few days and leaving the dog, because she was going to go on holiday, and she wanted us to look after the dog. So I've got a dog in here with me, in the shack, sticks to me, thank goodness. And today, she developed a blooming toothache, unfortunately. So I said, well, Sally, what's best? She said, I'm going back. So she went back on the boat to Portsmouth tonight to get her dental treatment. She works in National Health, so I don't know if she'll get that fixed tomorrow, but that was giving her a rough time. So that's been all haywire. We had sort of a family get-together yesterday. They were all here, and we were doing the cooking and so on and sorting that out. Weather's been good, of course. The weather's nice. although it looks a bit iffy today, later today, we might get some rain, but we haven't had any extra rain, and we've only had a little bit, a very small amount. So, there you are. Tonight, I suppose this dog will come into my bedroom and sleep, or in our bedroom, and sleep on the floor, because he's a nice dog, really. He's a poodle, a big poodle dog. But he doesn't smell, and he doesn't drop his coat. He's quite a nice big dog, and so we're looking after him for a week. So we've got 5 dogs around here now. How about that then, Anne?
Oh dear, that sounds a bit like my brother's house. No, but all his, I think he's got about 5 dogs. I think only 2 of them live in the house. And I've got the 2 of ours in here at the moment. They're waiting to go for a walk, so I better go and do that. So, there, and then I'm going to go and have some sleep, because I've only had about 3 hours in about 36 hours, and I'm a bit cream crackered, Eric. So I'm going to go love and leave you at the moment, and then hopefully somebody else will come on and have a chat with you, and I'll go and take these dogs, and then if it's not too busy on the frequency, I'll come back. But if you've got a big net on, I shall probably just sit back and listen. Over.
Well, I haven't heard it. I haven't worked anybody here on 33 for maybe a week. I put some of the blame on myself, because I've been going off to bed about 11, and but I've not worked Tony, and of course John's back now, so I haven't worked John at all since he went on holiday. Now I've lost touch a little bit. Now you go and do your stuff, otherwise you'll get that an awful fatigued, burned out feeling, and you think you put your head down, you go off to sleep 20 times quicker, but sometimes it's even harder to go to sleep when you're really tired than what you think. So I'm going to do the dog too here. I should open the door and say, go and do your business. He'll go down and go somewhere and come back in. It's not a bad dog, this. No, we've only got none of the dogs belong to us. I mean, they belong to my daughter next door and her son. So we're looking, our responsibility is looking after this one. And guess what his name is? It's called Monty. I think it's because he looks like Montgomery. See you later, Anne.
Okay. Somebody I think from our questions trying to get your attention, but you couldn't hear him because he was sending some CW over your. I think that was very rude, but it didn't interrupt, so I could hear everything you said, Eric. Anyway, all the best, and hello, Tony.
Hello, Tony. Are you there? I'm on low power, incidentally. I'm not. I'm put it this way. I'm rig power, but not full power. So see you Anne later. Cheers. And hello, Tony, if you're there.
Good evening. I thought I'd just broke in, but he carried on talking. I just threw my call sign at his good evening, Eric. I only just walked in. I got a little bit about hospital, but I'm not with it. Anyway, nice to be on, and I had a couple of nights off. I went away to Cartmel races. I bumped into what was his name? Well, Tyson Fury. And anyway, that was another story. And then I popped on last night. Who were on last night? I think Dave was on for a bit. And John, your mate was looking for you last night, the captain. So that's about it, Eric.
Yeah, well, some of the reason it's me, not just you. Anna was popped on. She said Fred's in hospital at the moment. He's being sorted out with a urine infection, which got pretty intense, so he's having some antibiotic there. So he'll be back, Fred will be back.
Yeah.
But That's not very pleasant, of course.
No.
And, okay, Tony, well, I haven't worked on yet, and this is the first time I've had a chat with you for about a week, I suppose. And, there you go. Yeah, we're okay, Tony, and, not much to report, really. Pretty inactive, I suppose, and late night, too late for me at the moment, right?
Well, you've got the opportunity now.
Oh, yeah, here he is, Mr. Atherton. How are you?
Yes, fine, very good. Top all, old boy, as normal. It's, good to hear you. At least you put that blinking big aerial up. You with 160, your LF stuff's gone down the drain. You're sounding like a blinking M3 there.
Well, yeah, the aerials only, I would say, not much more than 25 feet high, something like that, on a small pole, and not very good at all, so rooted in different places. But that is true. I've just given the premier position to the quad, which I got up again. But now you're a good signal, and Tony and Anne was a good signal. Of course, nothing's changed with their aerial systems, but I'm only on low power here. I was probably about, time it gets down to the bottom of my feeder, I expect there's only about 70 or 80 watts there, something. Yeah, so something like that, you know. I wouldn't be much more. But we're okay, and we followed you and the pictures you've been sending and the fish jumping. So we've missed you, and Tony needed your support against the lefties.
Yes, well, I was on last night, as Tony just said, so it's, I'm back for a while. Well, I'm away in the week, next week, only for a couple of days, so we're going up to, going with Jade. Jade wants to do some jobs on the mountains, on the ridges, so I'm taking her up there and up to Cumberland, so it's only for a couple of days.
Home country?
Yep, that's it, so show a few old places.
Yeah. Well, I saw your advertisements for the Atherton family, and I said to Tony, I said, it's a good job your name's not Smith.
Yes, it's... They're all nuts, that whole family there. But it's good fun, that's the main thing. But, as you know, Rachel, she wins everything. She won the World Championship, she did, on that downhill stuff. It's, but she's completely mad. Anyway, there we have it. It's, I hope did you see me picture today that I sent you to my new girlfriend?
Well, I did see that, and I thought it was surprisingly decent.
Yep. Well, I thought that was Dover Castle in the background.
Ah, hang on. What did you say, Tom?
He hasn't changed, John.
I sent you two pictures. One of a white girl and one of a black girl.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, well, you've got them today. You'll like her. But the black girl's my new girlfriend.
Oh, no wonder you go down to Africa.
Oh. I noticed you didn't send me one out like that. You sent me a black girl with Dover Castle in the background coming up the beach here at Kent, and the other one was a glass of orange juice.
Well, you would think of the orange juice, of course, as we know, because I did reply to your emails, but Eric needs to look at them. He'll like me new one. It's, anyway, there we have it. I'll keep them. I've got loads to send you, of course, which, some of them are beautiful. I was just going through them and collecting a few. That's really nice. Anyway, there we have it. It's all happening. Fred's
Dad's getting a job done on himself, and you have to stop cocking his leg up them aerials.
Yeah, well, it's not very pleasant, that bloody problem.
No.
But it happens for a lot of old men, doesn't it? It does me. It used to be about once a year for me, but it's very unpleasant whilst on. Once the old antibiotics get into you, it's okay. Well, we'll have to look at these pictures, John. I hope we're not going to overdo it, you know. You said you were in the bush country for a long time.
Oh, yeah, fine. We had a couple of trackers, mates, that, I don't know, is in Bushman's Land, which I love. I love that better than anything, of course, as you know, listening, especially during the night, listening, and in the morning when you listen to all the animals during the night and in the morning. But I just love that carry on, as you know, so it's, hearing the lions waking up and whatever. It's just like being in Allen Rock.
Well, I was going to say, no wonder you like 1933.
Oh, yes, it's, when you think of 30-odd years, 40 years, whatever it is, I don't know, goes on. And your wonderful signal, I bet people say, listen to that poor old chap there on the island. He's definitely going down easy, you know.
I should have to put that right, won't I?
Yes, you can't have that. It's that wonderful signal for all them years, the beacon. And the beacon from the island has gone, and now we can't have that. It's,
well, I can tell you, it's superficial. Maybe, I think the old boy's still alright, but I should have to put the signal back up again.
Yes, you'll have to wrap that bit of an old quad out. You don't want to talk to them blokes. You're talking to all them people around the world you don't know, and you could, if you wanted to talk to a Chinaman, you could go down the shop and order a 36.
True. Yeah, it doesn't, I must admit, it doesn't impress me like it used to. You know, but the bands are pretty rubbishy anyhow up there. But they've been rubbishy on this frequency too. Tony's been going to bed and he's not there when I come on.
Well, the thing is, it's very late when they start performing, really, isn't it? See, I mean, who wants to be rattling your jaw at 12 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the morning? Then I like to be up at first light when there's nobody about, when there's fresh air about and nobody's breathed the air in and what have you. I don't want all that carry on. And I think the HF stuff and beams and quads and all that, it's all very good. But you've been around the houses, you've done it. And I think when you go back and I think the point is with it, I think it's just to say that when you hear a signal, you know when you say hello, they'll hear you. And once you've done that again, you think, hang on, what am I doing this all over again for when I've already done it?
Oh, well, it doesn't grab you like when you first did it, because that kit that you've got of working the world from your back garden disappears, and it's true. The contacts you have now too, mainly, John, are hello, and as soon as they get your call sign, they come back with your name because it's already printed on QRZ. They're reading QRZ, and they say, oh, hello, Eric, a nice signal, and you're finished in 2 minutes, and they've gone to somebody else.
Yep, that's right, and they're not interested, you see, so they go, oh yeah, lovely to hear. Well, that's all right. They don't care whether they hear you or you don't hear. If you wasn't on, they wouldn't even care.
No. And it seems odd that they come back with a Christian name instantly. Like we had to sort of fight for your contacts once and understand. But they look you up right away on the computer.
Yes, that's right. But a lot of them, of course, they don't bother now because they got it all on the mobile phones as well. But it's yeah, that's all they do. It's very strange. I noticed I was doing things because last night, believe it or not, I mean normally I sleep pretty well, but you know the change and what have you. I was up and I listened. What time it was, but it was in the middle of the night, I think. 40 metres, and all you could hear all the way through was Americans talking about different things, solar panels and God knows what. I thought I'd just listen to that, and you got a little squeaky voice calling in. From England or whatever, Great Britain, and I thought, now he's a strange bloke, you listen to him, and I thought, now hang on, if I was sitting in the bar and that bloke come and talk to me, I'd suck him in the chin.